Well, hey there once again, Wildcat fans. Welcome back to another LC Coaches Show. I am Brad Wilburn, as always, and glad to be joined once again this week by our men's basketball coach, Coach Reni Mason, for the final show of 2017. So congratulations, Coach.
Thank you, brother.
We made it to the last show of 2017.
Thank you
get
very
to
much.
be one of the last ones. But we got plenty of good stuff to talk about this week, as you guys have already played once earlier this week, and you have two more ASC games coming up on Thursday and Saturday, the final two home games of the calendar year. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. But first, wanted to, I guess you guys technically played two times since we last spoke. You played last Saturday in an exhibition against Northwestern, and then earlier this week you guys went over to Birmingham to play Birmingham Southern, which most importantly got the win. It was a good win for you guys. But leading into that game on Monday, and first of all, I guess I know you were excited about having Taylon and Nick and all those guys back for Saturday and get some little bit of playing time before the actual game on Monday. So how was that?
Good players make good coaches. We thought the exhibition game against Northwestern was so important when we put the schedule together because of finals and having a layover from Division III games. And so definitely playing Northwestern State University at the Rapides Coliseum was a tremendous asset for us, not knowing when we were setting the schedule that it would be the first game of the returning All-South region freshman of the year. So to get their feet wet, it was a great experience for them, and it was good for us to be able to play against that kind of competition going into the meat of our conference schedule.
Yeah, and it definitely seemed to pay dividends because those two guys on Monday's game were two of your top scorers. Taylon had 23, Nick had 15, along with Lejuan had 10, Devon had 16 and 16. So just a really overall team performance where you guys actually came back from a double-digit deficit in the first half.
It was a good road win for us. There's always been a theory in basketball is that good basketball teams win games on the road. For us to get our first win on the road was very, very important for us. Had to overcome adversity again. On Sunday in practice, our leading scorer, LaShard Powell, gets injured, hurts his ankle. The next morning, De'Aaron Davis and shoot-around severely injures his ankle. And so we go on the road with 11 guys that we think can be the core of being successful, and we open the game with 9 guys. And so guys really had to rally. We shot the basketball extremely well. If you look at the stats, we were 22 for 23 from the free throw line. I think the only miss coming late by Taylon Grogan when the game was already decided. I thought he played exceptionally well, controlling our offense. But I want to give a lot of credit to Timothy Stokes. Things that he did in that game, they definitely don't show in the stat sheet. He got us in an offense. He got us in a defense. Hit big shots early in the half when they were trying to get away. He finishes with 7 assists and 1 turnover, but he created so much ball pressure out front. Torian Lee gets 9 points in 9 minutes to keep the game close early. As you mentioned, Devon Washington, 16 points, 15 rebounds. I could go on and on and on. It was a total team effort. When they pressed, Travis Schultz really handled the center of our press, did not turn the basketball over. It was a great win for us. And if you've been in this business any amount of time, getting a win is just as important as anything, but how we were able to win that game was important when everyone contributed and feels a part of that, which I hope carries over to a game tomorrow night against Sewell Ross, which will be a tough opponent.
Yeah, those, speaking of Torian, those threes that he hit in the final minute of the first half, I think that really kind of contributed to the momentum that you guys were able to carry into the second half and go away with the win.
Yeah, we talked at halftime about everyone being accountable to everyone. And it was a joy for me as a coach to watch guys that ordinarily aren't counted on to really step up. And I think it's done something for our confidence.
Yeah. So definitely going to need that confidence boost coming into this week. A rematch already. You guys played Sewell Ross first official game of the year. It was a non-conference game at a neutral site over in Marshall, but this one counts in ASC play. They're coming into Rapides Coliseum on Thursday night, and then you'll play Howard Payne on Saturday. So, I know not often do you get to play a team so quick on a turnaround. It's been I think less than a month since you played them. So, and I know for you as a coach, you're going to have some different things that you saw from that game that you're going to employ in this game. Obviously, the addition of Grogan and Burks in that lineup are going going to help too. But what are your thoughts coming in?
Sewell Ross, Cliff does such a great job with his program. They're going to be a tough opponent no matter when you play them.
Yeah.
We saw some things in the first game that we feel that we can exploit in this game, but it's going to be a tough battle. They are a tough road team. They have great size. They also have tremendous experience. And so he does a tremendous job. And so it'll be a tough challenge for us. As I said earlier, we've got 9 guys, and we're just going to have to go out and compete. But we'll have a game plan, and we look for the best from our guys.
Yeah. And then on Saturday, you guys play Howard Payne. I honestly don't know a whole lot about them. We haven't seen them yet, but what can you tell us?
Here's what I'll tell you. Howard Payne, we've been here 2 years. We haven't beat them a year since we've been here. They beat us the first year here with our All-American AJ games. They beat us again last year at Northwestern, and so we take every opponent very seriously. We've got to be prepared. We've got to do the small things to win the game. Go back to Monday's night game. We took care of the basketball. We made free throws. We out-rebounded Birmingham Southern. We've got to do all of those little things to be successful. ASC play is tough every night. Yeah. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night. And so we can't take anyone lightly because of what their record looks like. We've just got to go out once again and be the best basketball team we can and try to put this thing together before we go on Christmas break.
Yeah. So, with the last, you guys will play 2 more games like after Christmas. You guys going to Mary Hart and Baylor for a little mini holiday tournament thing after that. So what are you hoping to get, I guess, out of the outside of wins, obviously, but preparing for the rest of the bulk season? I
think we've just got to gel. We've added 2 components in Taylor Grogan and Nicholas Burks. They've got to get in game shape. They've got to learn their teammates. Taylor Grogan is a special basketball player, but there's still a lot to be learned on his side. So we get more practice time and we get games to be able to try to get better for our conference play. Our schedule is backloaded, and so we've got tons and tons of games in January and February, and so we want to get better every game, possession by possession. I still think we've got a chance to win this league. I'm encouraged by what I saw, not so much in the win Monday night, but how our guys have prepared since last Friday. And so we'll just continue to go and try to get better.
All right, folks. Well, there you have it. Again, Thursday night, Saturday night, both at the Rapides Coliseum. They'll play Sewell Ross approximately 7:30 immediately following the women's game on Thursday, and then on Saturday at about 4 o'clock after the women's game against Howard Payne. Be there. It is Rapides Parish Schools Day as well, so if you got one of those flyers, free admission with the purchase of a general admission ticket available to you as well. We're streaming, live stats, all the stuff that you typically find for an LC home game now, and it'll be a lot of fun. So, Coach, appreciate you as always. Thanks for joining us. First 3 shows of your run as the LC Coaches Show. We'll be back in 2018. Recapping and going forward through the rest of the season as well. So be sure to be on the lookout for those shows. For Coach Mason, I'm Brad Welburn. Let me be the first to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll see you next year.
Merry Christmas, everyone.